32 Saturday, 30 on Sunday, and we're going to hold on to plenty of 30s Monday and Tuesday. But Chris, I'm hoping, and it looks like it's trending this way, at least we'll be dry for the Big Ten Championship.
Dry is good, and Tyler, you can rule it out. The roof is going to be closed. Time for sports. I'm Chris Woodley. Purdue's top-ranked ground ballers tipping off their Big Ten campaign against Rutgers might be enough to give Boilerbackers the shivers. In 2021, then number one Purdue lost to the Scarlet Knights in Jersey. 2 years later, Rutgers shocked number one Purdue at Mackey. So what would this matchup bring for Payne's crew? It was a tight game early when Trey Kaufman-Renn sparked a 10-0 run inside. Smooth move for the and one. TKR's 19-13 double-double. Transition game clicking to Braden Smith to Jakari Harris. Scores a three from the corner pocket. Boilers up 13 at the break. And Smith doing double duty. Easy triple for Braden. 16 points, 8 helpers from the Wizard of Westfield. The Boilers bounce Rutgers 81-65 with a group that knows each other.
Of course, the Big Ten Championship game here heading into this weekend. The roof's probably going to be close. Can't rule it out, but just saying, roof will be kind of close here. 32 Saturday, 30 on Sunday, and we're going to hold on to plenty of 30s Monday and Tuesday. But Chris, I'm hoping, and it looks like it's trending this way, at least we'll be dry for the Big Ten Championship.
Dry is good, and Tyler, you can rule it out. The roof is going to be closed. Time for sports. I'm Chris Woodley. Purdue's top-ranked ground ballers tipping off their Big Ten campaign against Rutgers might be enough to give Boilerbackers the shivers. In 2021, then number one Purdue lost to the Scarlet Knights in Jersey. 2 years later, Rutgers shocked number one Purdue at Mackey. So what would this matchup bring for Payne's crew? It was a tight game early when Trey Kaufman-Renn sparked a 10-0 run inside. Smooth move for the and one. TKR's 19-13 double-double. Transition game clicking to Braden Smith to Jakari Harris. Scores a three from the corner pocket. Boilers up 13 at the break. And Smith doing double duty. Easy triple for Braden. 16 points, 8 helpers from the Wizard of Westfield. The Boilers bounce Rutgers 81-65 with a group that knows each other pretty darn well.
And the ups and downs, and I think that's what makes a good team great, is when you have that chemistry and you know each other, and you know not only on the court but off the court, so I think that helps a lot as well.
It helps immensely. Hey, Butler back at a snowy Hinkle Fieldhouse facing a good Eastern Michigan squad. Both teams raining down threes, but Finley Bizjack making it his own. The Texan on fire, working as point guard Jalen Jackson out injured. 6 of 10 from beyond the arc for Bizjack, a game-high 29 points for him. Michael Ajayi did the rest, inside and out. The Gonzaga transfer adding 19 points more. Butler pulls away for an 84-68 victory. This team is for real, folks. You might want to get to Hinkle. To football, and as the Colts prepare to take on the Jaguars in a fight for first in the AFC South, they'll do so without defensive stars Sauce Gardner and DeForest Buckner, still sidelined with injuries, but they will have a new kicker. The Colts waived Michael Badgley, who was signed in October after Spencer Schrader went down with a season-ending injury. The results have not been good for the Money Badger. In 7 games, he missed 3 extra points, including a critical one Sunday against Houston, and also 2 field goals. The special teams coach Brian Mason said the extra point misses are inexcusable. The team needs experience and reliability, and they signed former Saint and Notre Dame kicker Blake Grupe. As for that brutal skid in Jacksonville, here's the voice of the Colts, Matt Taylor.
They've got to take care of the football. You know, I did some research during this 9-game losing skid for the Colts in Jacksonville. They've lost the turnover battle in 7 of those 9 games, and they're minus 13 in the turnover margin in those games. So it's really not that hard to figure out. And it's really inexplicable when it comes to looking at the Jaguars and their history over those 9 years. They've had some of the worst teams in the NFL in that span. The Colts just haven't been able to beat some of those bad Jacksonville teams. It has been a house of horrors.
That it has. You can watch Blake Grupe make his Colts debut against the Jags in Jacksonville. Coverage starts at the Blue Zone pregame show at 11:30. Kickoff is set for 1. Can they end the skid? 9 straight losses. Yeah. It is time. So many quarterbacks have tried and failed. I think they're going to get it done.
Yeah. Matt Taylor said it best, though. I mean, the turnovers, and that's killed us in a couple other games.
Minus 13 against the Jaguars in that streak. That is the key. Hang out of the ball.
All right. Let's hope they do it. All right, Chris. Thanks so much. We'll be right back after this.
You tonight.
Is it all lies that Americans want to afford groceries?
Colbert's got an all-new Late Show with Rachel Maddow.
Cheers. Cheers. God bless you.
CBS Tonight.
Tonight there are new reports the Colts signed former Saints kicker Blake Grupe to the practice squad after waiving kicker Michael Badgley. Badgley appeared in 7 games this season, making 9 of 10 field goal attempts, but he missed a crucial extra point in Sunday's loss against the Texans. Badgley stepped in for Spencer Schrader after his season-ending injury. Remember, you can find all of the day's latest local and national headlines on WTHR.com and our 13 News app. Another big night for the #1 team in college basketball. The Purdue Boilermakers remain undefeated tonight with a convincing win on the road against Rutgers. Eli Gain joins us live in studio. He's got the highlights for you. Eli?
Yeah, Scott, a reverse of fortune for the Boilers tonight. Coming into this one, Purdue had dropped 6 of its last 7 Big Ten road games that were played in the month of December. One of those losses came right here at Rutgers back in 2021. If you don't remember, it was an unforgettable half-court buzzer beater. No repeat of that tonight, though. Braden Smith and company taking care of business. And Smith feeling it early, letting it fly. He's got some triples going on here. He had 3 in the first 8 minutes of action, 4 of 8 from downtown on the night. This one coming up here, just a buttery jump shot that he's got, makes it 17-9. Now the vision is at work. Smith across court to Jakari Harris. Well, he was jacking up trays too. He makes it an 11-point game, and then after Rutgers went on a 10-0 run, trimmed the lead to 1, Purdue responds with their own 10-0 run with who else but Harris. 3 first-half threes, that's as many as he's had in the previous 7 games this year, Scott. Purdue stretching that lead into the locker room, closing the half on a 28 run, and then you want to talk about vision. Watch this from Braden Smith. So nice, you got to see it twice. Behind the back between 3 defenders. Club throws it down. Yeah, not many people can do that. Smith finished with 16 points and 8 dimes. Also a monster night for Trey Kaufman-Renn. 19 points on 7 of 11 shooting, 13 boards, his 4th double-double of the year. And that is how you open up conference play. 81-65, your final score from Piscataway. So up next for Purdue, a monster one back in Mackey Arena, taking on 10th-ranked Iowa State.
Right.
Saturday is going to be so awesome. You got Purdue taking on Iowa State, IU and Louisville at Cambridge, and then, of course, Ohio State and Indiana for the Big Ten Championship.
Huge Saturday night.
Going to be awesome.
Thanks, Eli.
That's how we are changing tires.
Join us December 6th from 10 to 1 and drop off an unwrapped toy.
The Weather Now Camera Network is sponsored by Tom Wood Porsche on 96th Street.
Colts' Week 14 lineup will include a new kicker. The team cut Michael Badgley on Tuesday, roughly 48 hours after their loss to the Texans. Badgley's missed extra point on Sunday was his 3rd miss in the last 7 games. It turned out to be the one that sent him on his way. The Colts had a trio of new kickers in for workouts, but their depth chart had no one listed at kicker just yet. Head coach Shane Steichen will hold his regular media session midday Wednesday. Perhaps some more insight comes then. Another impressive showing for Butler opens the month of December. The Bulldogs held off a feisty Eastern Michigan team, coming away with an 84-68 win at Hinkle Fieldhouse. Hot shooting from both teams in the first half. They combined for 14 made 3-pointers in the opening 20 minutes. Michael Ajayi and Finley Bizjack connecting for BU. The Dogs came from 4 points down to hold a 5-point lead at halftime.
You know, just us willing to be the tougher team out there. You know, it's our home court, so we just got to play with the next level of aggressiveness, and that's what we did.
Bizjack would be the spark for the Butler motor on Tuesday. 10 of 14 shooting from the field. He made 6 triples. Great energy at both ends of the floor. Bizjack finishes with 29 points. Ajayi tallies 19 points and 13 rebounds as Butler improves to 7-1 with the victory.
I definitely feel like it's matured, considering I was 18 when I got here and I'm 21 now. So I feel like it's definitely matured, but I'll be the first to tell you I'm the most selfish guy on the team because I got 13, 14 guys that watch me run around screens and they're screening for me and watching me shoot terrible shots. So I'm super fortunate to have the teammates that I do that put up with me.
Bulldogs are also now 5-0 at home. They host Boise State on Saturday afternoon. Purdue takes care of business in their Big Ten opener. 81-65 win at Rutgers. A tight game for the first 12 minutes. Purdue closed out the first half with a double-digit run to open up a 13-point lead. Jakari Harris came off the bench to drain a couple triples in that stretch. They added to the advantage with another big run to open the second half. The Boilers spreading the points around, 4 scoring double figures by the end of the night. Trey Kaufman-Renz 19 leading the way. Braden Smith added 16 points and 8 assists. It's an 8-0 start for the Boilermakers. They face 10th-ranked Iowa State in a huge matchup coming up on Saturday.
Waiting on a turn, then I just heard what sounded like an